There's going to come a time when you run out of podcast episode ideas. I'm going to give you 3 places that you can find a load of them, a bunch of them, and use them for your episode. So let's break it down. Number 1 is your inbox or your DMs. That's usually where people ask you a ton of questions after questions. If you are used to DMing people back and forth, you'll start to see that there are probably like 4 questions that they're always asking. And then there's like some other questions that kind of go with those. So if you put them into categories, let's say for me, questions that I usually get asked is, what do I need to start a podcast? Second thing is, what gear should I get to start a podcast? And usually, what if I don't want to do all of the back end work? So with those 3 questions, those each can be an episode. Now, with those 3 questions, if you dug a little bit deeper, you can find that there are some mini-sodes, so to say, or some additional questions that can get answered. That will help you, because if one person is asking you that, more people probably have that question based on what you do. If you're an author, if you're a leader or speaker, you're probably not answering off-the-wall questions. You're probably answering the same exact questions over and over again. So your inbox or your DM is one place you can do that. The second one I would say is think about unpopular opinions. If you have a different take than what everybody else is take is on a subject or an event or even a strategy, share that. The reason I advise you and encourage you to share that is people really want to see it. Like, what do you do and how do you do it? If we just needed information, we can get that from ChatGPT within seconds. We can get that from Google within seconds. But people want to know, what's your take? How do you see it? How do you approach it? Here's an unpopular opinion that I have when it comes to podcasting. You can create a podcast with just a mic. You can create one with just a phone. You can grow into getting more equipment, but you can create it with almost little to nothing. When I first started a podcast, I was doing it with voice notes. And I wasn't even doing video. I was just doing it with voice notes. And then I grew, but that's my unpopular opinion. That's not most people's popular opinion. So that's a way to do episodes also. And then this one you probably haven't heard of is called answerthepublic.com. You can type in what your niche is or what your message is, what you talk about, what you do. And with that, you'll be able to see the amount of questions that people ask concerning that. So these are questions that people are going to Google, they're typing it in, they're trying to get answers to that. You can almost base like a year worth of episodes off of that wheel, answerthepublic.com. Lastly, I would just honestly say, if you're not doing guests and you're just doing solo episodes, think about the things that you overcame and the things that you needed help with before you got where you are at. We're usually coaching or we're usually leading someone who's probably like a year or 5 years behind where we're at that moment. So think about that. What did you need when you wanted to get to where you were at? What problems were you dealing with? What things were barriers? What walls were in front of you that you had to overcome or you had to get over or through? And make episodes based on that. You can always ask your audience, if it's through YouTube or through Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook, you can ask them, what are the episodes that you want me to talk about? What do you want to hear from me? Take those tips, go implement them, and go be great. Take care, guys.